Cicada 3301, an internet mystery. A member of 4chan uploaded an image to the notorious random board on January 4, 2012. The creator, who remained nameless and used the 4-digit alias 3301, issued a challenge to viewers to find a hidden message in the picture. To those who happened upon it, it was unknown that someone had just started one of the most complex scavenger hunts the internet has ever seen. Someone found that an appended string of legible text could be obtained by opening the file in a text editor, just minutes after the image was shared. When the cipher in the string was cracked, it created a connection to an additional image. It seemed to be a dead end at first. Nonetheless, users were able to extract concealed information from the first image using a program called Outguess. The information that was extracted pointed to a subreddit with details on a book. The phone number that, when contacted, played this pre-recorded message could then be found using the book and a code. The original photo had been reposted all over the internet by the next day. This complex mystery drew the attention of an expanding community of armchair investigators, but nobody knew just what to make of it. For what purpose was the puzzle designed? Who was in charge of it? When you get to the finish, what happens? Naturally, some people thought it was an elaborate prank, while others saw its complexity as proof that it wasn't just a troll. Soon, there were whispers going around that this might be the product of some covert organization or intelligence service looking to hire people with expertise in steganography, cryptography, and other similar subjects. Naturally, it was just a rumor. The dimensions of the original image turned out to be the 2 missing numbers specified in the tape. Users were sent to a webpage after multiplying the width and height by 3301 and using the product as a web address. The website included an image of a cicada along the countdown. A list of coordinates was added to the page after the countdown hit 0. 14 places across 5 different nations were indicated by the coordinates. Now it was up to those who lived close to the designated coordinates to get out of their cozy recliners and head outdoors. Individuals who thought Cicada was the product of a group suddenly felt their suspicions had been validated. They believed that only a global collective had the resources and ability to organize a scavenger hunt this size. This was not your typical troll's creation. It had to be something else, though. A placard featuring the cicada symbol and a QR code was present at every place. The codes directed readers to an image, which in turn led to a book, a riddle, and a website. However, this is where the puzzle took a strange turn. A limited number of first visitors to this website were permitted to proceed to the puzzle's last phase. Eventually, the website shuttered with the following notice: "We want the best, not the followers." Additionally, the finalists received a warning not to work with anyone else or divulge any information about this puzzle's private stage. It's reasonable to say that not everyone heeded the warning now that we know this. However, those that did most likely made it through the last few pieces and finished the puzzle. The hunt was suddenly finished when, after almost a month of quiet, a picture on the subreddit revealed the puzzle's solution. What happened to the highly intelligent individuals Cicada claimed to have located is still somewhat of a mystery, but more on that in a moment. Many people took the absence of an explanation as proof that the mystery had been nothing more than a time-wasting wild goose chase. In the end, the original image left many unanswered questions. For what purpose was the puzzle designed? Who was in charge of it? When you get to the finish, what happens? But as it would turn out, this was just the start. ####, the second conundrum. Whoever created this complex game had the foresight to encrypt each hint with a PGP signature, which is a method of authentication. This made it possible for users to confirm the picture or message they saw was, in fact, from Cicada, and not just the work of some imposter trying to ruin or take over the puzzle. Cicada had issued numerous alerts about these false paths and had requested that messages without a working PGP signature be ignored right away. This is the reason this picture, which was uploaded precisely a year and a day after the first, sparked such a craze. This image at last matched the official PGP signature after a year of drab impersonations. It was time for round 2 now that Cicada had returned. The first puzzle and the second weren't all that different. The picture had a message, and the message pointed to a book, which led to a link, and eventually, the jigsaw came together. A tape called Asterisk, the Instar Emergence Asterisk, was discovered at one time. A mysterious Twitter account was the source of another clue, which led to an image. The graphic was crucial to the puzzle's development, but it would take some time to figure out why this runic alphabet was included. Like the previous puzzle, the second one expanded into the real world when players were forced to explore the streets for mysterious posters after receiving a list of coordinates. This time, there were 8 venues spread over 4 nations. Eventually, though, the trail became unusable once more. The final private stage of the puzzle had been accepted for another exclusive set of early entrants. The second mystery ended without an official message from Cicada, in contrast to the first. We were no closer to an explanation when the trail simply went cold and Cicada disappeared again. The third conundrum. 2014 started, and it was time for round 3. Once more, the picture had a message, which in turn led to a book, which in turn provided a link, and well, it was more of the same. But this time, the mystery seemed to center on an odd book. Asterisk Liber Primus Asterisk, which translates to first book in Latin, was the title of the book, which was obviously penned by Cicada. The majority of the book was written in runes, hence the runic alphabet that was discovered in 2013 made sense. Nevertheless, the translated page's meaning was, at best, unclear. The book seemed to be their manifesto and was filled with different ideological and philosophical concepts. Subsequently, a lot of people have linked the peculiar writings to a cult. However, the book also contained a plethora of codes and hints. One page, for instance, instructed users to look for a website on the deep web, although the site hasn't been found yet. There was another page that took you to a website with an additional recording called asterisk interconnectedness asterisk. But there's still a good chunk of the book that has to be translated. Some of the pages feature runic text that looks to be obscured by unsolved layers of encryption. Now more than 4 years have passed with little to no advancement and almost total quiet from Cicada. The following queries about the original image have been disregarded. What are these riddles meant to accomplish? Who is in charge of them? When you get to the finish, what happens? Several people believe Cicada 3301 was an alternate reality game created by a company to advertise a new service or product when the first image of it surfaced on 4chan back in 2012. For instance, Microsoft created a complex ARG in 2001 to advertise the movie Asterisk Artificial Intelligence Asterisk, and the release of Asterisk Halo 2 Asterisk was accompanied by a comparable viral marketing effort. However, the publication of the puzzles that followed and the total absence of commercialization have all but ruled out that idea. Cicada identified it as an international organization that considers the right to privacy to be unalienable. Each challenge was designed to draw in like-minded people in an attempt to create solutions that respect privacy. 3 questions are posed when the email closes. Conveniently, the leaker deleted the PGP signature, which would have verified the email's legitimacy. I was unable to locate any versions online that have a legitimate signature. Regardless of its validity, this question seems a little strange to me. It asks, do you believe that information should be free? The very first sentence, do not share this information, seems a little hypocritical, assuming that the expected response is yes. In 2004, Google experimented with mysterious billboards, and in 2014, the US Navy began a project that was almost exactly the same. However, because Cicada 3301 has no defined goal, it is not like any of these examples. The riddles have never been attributed to any business or government organization, and no one has ever come forward to provide a method or motivation for their creation. It's unclear if Cicada 3301 is the product of a covert government initiative, a renegade group, or perhaps the most sophisticated trolling scam in online history. An enigma that might never be resolved. Enjoyed the video? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. Your support means a lot and helps us bring you more great content. Thanks for watching.